So for my experience, I got to go all the way down to Brighton, which is really fun. I've never been before, which is quite criminal because it's literally like a very, very gay place. It is, but it was really fun. I got to go to this place called Switchboard. Switchboard is basically, it's a helpline for LGBTQ people. So I got to speak to the entire team there. So Astrid is a trans woman. I got to speak to her about like her experiences of like coming out and growing up being socialized male. And then she came from a very sort of small town where no one was out as gay, no one was out as trans, like it was a very like hush-hush taboo thing. So she was saying how like now working at Switchboard where like literally all of her colleagues are either gay or lesbian or trans or bisexual or non-binary, like it just seemed like a whole new world. For me growing up, I've got two mums who are like out and proud lesbians, so I sort of never really had to come out.
The best scenario would be a world where you don't have to come out.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
What about people that don't want to necessarily put labels on things but want to explore?
Obviously labels can be empowering because to be able to say I'm gay, I'm trans, I'm this, and obviously seeing other people that identify that way as well, it's like empowering that you feel like you are part of a community. But then we also touched on the idea of how you said like it can be a bit black and white restrictive. Everything changes over time. Your identity is constantly evolving as you grow, as you explore new things.
So I went to visit the guys at SH24, which is an online sexual health clinic. You can get tested for STIs without the kind of stigma of having to leave your house and go to an actual clinic.
Why do you feel like it's important to get yourself checked?
It's both people's responsibility because you need to look after yourself for one, but you also need to look after anyone that you could be, you know, having sex with. You would want the same courtesy done to you. If the girl carries condoms and the boys carry condoms, then you know you're in.
It's a win-win scenario.
It's a win-win then, because if the mood takes you and you haven't got any contraception, you're probably just gonna not use it, and that's the issue. We need to make sure that people have the contraception there, so that if the mood does take you, you've got a way to protect yourself against STIs.
There's definitely been times where like you're in a situation with a girl and then none of you have condoms. And it's like, what are we gonna do? And you just look at each other, it's like, Then sometimes it don't end up happening, sometimes it does, and then it just gets risky.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
as you said, it's best to come prepared.
Personally, I think it's really attractive when a guy will say, should we use a condom? Do you want to use one? Because it shows a level of maturity as well.
So what was it like to actually meet people that make porn in real life?
It was amazing. I met Eva and Loveday, and they worked together creating porn videos. It's homemade type of porn videos. It's not too hardcore. I got to understand who they are behind the camera. When it comes to porn, you may watch something, you may want to do it in the bedroom, but if you don't communicate that properly, it may go wrong and they may be surprised. You may try something without asking them and they'll be like, why did you do that? I don't like that, that's not what I'm interested in. You have to speak up, you have to say something, so then it doesn't get confusing and it doesn't get weird. I met this guy called Silver. He's a sex therapist. And one thing that he had taught me that was very interesting is that when you're having sex, it doesn't have to be a performance, because some people think of it as a performance, like I have to perform for my partner, I have to do it in this way, I gotta do it, you know, in that way. And you're just saying like, it can just be an experience. Like just think of it as an experience.
I'd love to speak to a sex therapist.
Yeah,
I feel like I just asked them like a
he was
million questions.